Hey everybody, welcome back to Reviews with Faye Renee. I am Faye Renee. Guess what? Today we are going to do it. We are going to review that brand new film, The Many Saints of Newark, or the Soprano story, or even the Tony Soprano movie. I'm so excited. Let's get at this one right now. Let's do it. The Many Saints of Newark was directed by Alan Taylor, and it was written by David Chase, of course, and Lawrence Connor. This review is going to be a short one. I don't want to go in depth as to everything that happened in the movie because it is too much, man. I want everything to be a surprise for the viewer as they see it. But I am going to give you a little bit of some short teasers. Woohoo! First off, the character development was great. We get to see young Tony Soprano from the beginnings to only about age 16. I thought we'd get to see a little bit more, but the producers and the directors knew what they were doing. This prequel or predecessor to the Sopranos HBO series lays a super broad foundation and perspective of the Sopranos that we grew to know and love. Everything you want to know is in here. This film was a bit of a surprise to me as far as filling in the background of the Sopranos family. And I want to leave this review like that so it's still just as juicy for you when you see it for the first time. Boy, oh boy. My God, and what a family it is. You get the entire foundation. You get to see young sister Janice. You get to see baby Chris. Yeah, y'all know I love my Chrissy. He doesn't grow up in the movie, but you get to see him as a baby. And I'm telling you, this family is cold-blooded and no serious giveaways today. We even get to see a young Uncle Junior Soprano. Y'all remember Uncle Junior? Now, baby, this family situation, the mob involvement, the hierarchy, all of that, it is profound. Ray Liotta, y'all, Ray Liotta had a fantastic part, and he was scary as hell. He portrayed a set of twins, the Monsanti brothers. He portrayed Salvatore Monsanti, or Sally, and the other twin brother was Hollywood Dick, who was the father to Dickie Monsanti. Every time Ray Liotta appeared, the screen lit up. He was mesmerizing. He was cool, collected, and quiet. He is one seasoned criminal actor, and he will scare the living shit out of you. He was fantastic. One of his best performances, I think, to date. And the violence in the movie is off the chain. I'm serious. Yet you understand it. You may not like it or agree with it, but if you're a Sopranos fan, you understand it. That's their language. I mean, what are you going to do? It's all a part of that thing, they like to call it, that they're all a part of. At the root of that thing is just really serious, pathological, violent behavior tendencies throughout the entire Sopranos clan. If things don't go their way, they just take it too far. They really do. Y'all remember Pussy, Big Pussy? When they killed Big Pussy in the HBO series, I mean, by then it was a little calmer. They sat down and had a drink with him, and he knew it. They had a drink, and then they killed him. That's the way they solve all of their problems. So you don't want to be a problem in the Sopranos world. You don't. And basically, the premise of this film, this prequel, is set in the late 60s and early 70s when young Tony Soprano is being raised by his mother and father, but his father catches a case and has to go to jail for 4 years. This leaves Tony Soprano without a really good father figure. In walks his favorite uncle, Uncle Dickie, portrayed by Alessandro Nivola, the protagonist in this film. The whole film is from his perspective as he oversees Tony and other people that he influenced in the Soprano clan. And it is amazing. Now, young Tony is quite gregarious and lovable and very smart. And he's played by the actor William Ludwig. And get this, y'all, the older Tony, the 16-year-old teenage Tony, is played by none other than Michael Gandolfini. Yep, that is the son to the original Tony Soprano, the great actor James Gandolfini. His son is portraying him, and it's beautiful. He looks just like him, and he's a great actor. It was perfect. And Tony's mother, Livia Soprano, is portrayed to a T by the actress Vera Farmiga as a typical Italian-American mother. She has her hands filled dealing with Tony and young Janice. But Tony is the real handful, of course. And she has sort of an irritating personality just because she just talks and talks and talks too much. And it just irritates people, including Tony. Another thing I noticed was every time the family be talking business about that thing that the family is into, they would act as if Tony was a fly on the wall or that he wasn't noticing, but he was very aware, and you could tell he was very astute. He understood it all. So the film made good sense of everything. The fact that Tony grows up to be pretty much just like Uncle Dickie, because Uncle Dickie was the main male influential character in his life. It's no wonder he's just like him. He has a temperament like him. He's a propensity towards violence like him. You know, the cards were already written for Tony as soon as they put him under the care of Uncle Dickie. Oh my God. Now, Uncle Dickie's father is Hollywood Dick, who comes back from overseas and has brought a new Italian-American immigrant wife, who Uncle Dickie is smitten with because she is gorgeous. And she's played by the actress Michela Di Rossi. It reminded me of a younger Penelope Cruz. I swear to God, could be sisters. Well, it turns out this Hollywood Dick is really a super dick and a wife beater, because one day he gets into an argument with his wife and he kicks her down the stairs and just beats the hell out of her. Well, she's sitting outside in the yard, and lo and behold, his son walks up, Uncle Dickie. He walks up and says, "What's the matter?" She tells him what happens, and he says to himself, "I'm going to handle this." So now, the next day, his father comes outside and gets in his car to go on errands. And Uncle Dick, his son, jumps in the car with Hollywood Dick and says, "Hey, Dad, I need to talk to you. You know, I know you were beating up on your wife, but you really shouldn't do that. You used to do that stuff to Mom and me, but this has got to stop. She doesn't deserve that." And do you know what this asshole said? Hollywood Dick said to his son, he said, "Well, hey, you know, I can't help it. I just marry sluts." Oh my God, them there was fighting words. So the father and the son got into a big ass fight, fisticuffs. They're fighting like hell in the front seat, and the son, Uncle Dickie, got the best of Hollywood Dick, his father, and it was fucking brutal. He accidentally or intentionally murdered his father right in the car, and he hid it. Nobody ever found out. So you know what? The deal with that was, I believe, Uncle Dickie had a lot of remorse held in his heart against his father for whooping his ass growing up and beating on his mother. And then when he said that smart ass shit, there was nothing else he could do, because he's crazy just like his dad. You know, he became a person that beat up people and killed people just like his father. So there you go. And that right there is your spoiler alert. I'm not going to go any further and tell you anything else about the film in depth, but it is off the chain. This story is so well written, and there was some really great acting. I like to mention a couple of the people that I thought were really good. This one black guy, Leslie Odom Jr., he portrayed a good friend of Uncle Dickie's, Harold. I thought he did a great job. And Corey Stahl as Junior Soprano was fantastic. Job well done. Well, all right now.
Final thoughts, final thoughts. Seriously, you guys, hats off to the writers of this film. It was so clever and well written that it made every scene just a joy to watch. Really. And I found this film a great prequel, predecessor to the Sopranos series. It had everything in there laid out great. I mean, every foundational aspect of how did Tony get here, who is this and why, to me, it was satisfactorily answered. Fantastic. So there you have it. I highly recommend the Many Saints of Newark film or the Sopranos story. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And I'm telling you, I saw a few Oscar nods, but guess what? Oscar is funny. Sometimes Oscar doesn't go in for violence. So, hey, they may get overlooked, but it doesn't matter. We won't overlook it. This film is strictly for adults. Super violent, but you understand it if you understand the Sopranos series, and especially if you are a mega fan of Sopranos like me. It goes with the territory. What are you gonna do? Okay, you guys, don't forget to come back next week, same time, and I'll have a brand new review on a brand new film. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the red subscribe button below once, check the little bell once, and you will be reminded the next time I drop a wonderful, powerful, new, super unconventional, funny, crazy, out of this world review by Reviews with Faye Renee. Finally, please check our social information below so you can find us everywhere on Facebook, IG, on the web at www.reviewswithfayerenee.com, and we're also streaming on the great new Infinity TV app. Find all of that information below, and you know what that means. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for me to say, that's it, that's all. Check you later. P.S. I thought the soundtrack was perfect, especially when they played the cut from The Sopranos. You know, you woke up this morning and got yourself a gun.